the last discussion? Okay, no problem. Yeah. So, what's our last discussion, Santosh?
We are hardware, user entry, the formula variable.
Okay. Right. Okay. Fine. And I just want to go with now. So there is something called a variable offsets. I just want to tell you that variable offsets. So let's say, for example, I got a characteristic, failure month. So now I'm talking about the variable offsets. I got a characteristic, failure month. So on failure month, if I define a variable with processing type user entry or default value, what's going to happen? Right, so it's going to open ready for input. And if you get ready for input, if I give July 98, it's going to populate July 98. And if I give June 98, it's going to populate June 98 data. Getting my point? Right, so July 98, June 98. So whatever value I'm giving here, it's going to populate the concerned data. But what is my requirement? So apart from user given value, I want to get previous month, and even I want to get next month data also. I want to get previous month as well as I want to get next month data as well. So apart from user given value, I want to get my previous month data as well as next month data. Without this, so normally what's going to happen, the user is going to give only one value. So if he wants to go for some value comparison, it has to populate previous month as well as next month data. So if it is previous month, offset is -1. If it is previous month, offset is -1. If it is next month, offset is +1. If it is previous month, offset is -1. If it is next month, offset is +1. Let me tell you that. So let me show you that how to maintain this.
Yesterday, the problem that on the error thing is displaying on XP also.
Okay.
From Java.
Yes.
Maybe on the server side.
Server side only?
Yeah.
Okay. Just start programs, Business Explorer, open your query designer. And just give your user privileges. Go with new query. Info areas. SAP demo, purchasing. I'm just going for purchasing data. Drag and drop. Key figures to columns, country. Actually, I just want to go with country into the rows. Now I just want to go with a time care, calendar month. So this is the value variable, and I can see already a variable is designed on this. The processing type user entry default value, you can see. So what is this? Calendar month. And the type of variable is char value variable. What is the processing type? So we have got a variable, right? Right. So I'm just dragging and dropping this variable to the default values. Want to specify the offsets, right? That's what my objective. So apart from user given value, I want to get my previous month data as well as next month data. Just take a right click, go with restrict. Right click. So what is that? Set offset for variables. So what is offset you want to set? So for previous month, -1. Offset previous month, -1. And similarly, I want to go with one more, just drag and drop the variable. So what is this? This time I want to get next month. Right click once again, set the offset as +1, that is 1. So it's okay. So it's going to give you previous month, it's going to give you next month, right? But what about user selected month? So once again, just drag and drop, that's all. Getting my point? It gives you previous month, it gives you user selection, and it gives the next month. Go with okay. Now save the query. Just save the query. Then go with execute. So you can just go with required selections. Let's say for example, I just want to go with value selections. So if the values are there, it's going to populate. If it is not there, it need not to populate. Just I'm selecting for June 2009, July that is, sorry. Go with OK. It is there in free cache, so just drag and drop to rows. I can see. What is this? Previous month. What is this? Right. Just go to next page. What is this? So it's just, yes. It is displaying previous month, user selected month and next month. So that's what your variable offsets. Getting my point? Right. So that is regarding your offsets, variable offsets, which is going to give you previous month as well as next month. Now I just want to show you text variable with processing type replacement path. With processing type, I want to tell replacement path. So what is the need of text variable? What is text at all? First of all?
A description.
Right. What is this we are populating here? Descriptions dynamically. We are populating descriptions dynamically, which can be used in new selections. Can be used in new selection, restricted key figure, calculated key figure, new formula. Likewise. So what is new selection? Using this, we can restrict. Using this, we can restrict only one key figure with one or more let me show you once. So I'm going with new selection, right click. So just go with right click, new selections. I'm just removing this. So edit the selection. Now I can see I'm just restricting, let's say order value restricted by calendar month, the value, I'm restricting with, let's say July 2008. So what is the static now? So every time it's going to give you static value, that is July 2008 order value only. And even we used to give the description also, static description like this. July 2008 order value. See, this value is getting restricted with, this char is restricted with a fixed value, that is July 2008. Since it is restricted with fixed value, even we were giving the descriptions fixed. We were giving fixed descriptions, right? But I don't want to go by fixed values here now. I want to restrict with a dynamic variable where user can select whatever he wants to go for. Let's say if the user wants to go with, let's say for example, if the user wants to go with July 2008, so let him to go with July 2008. And if the user wants to go with June 2008, let him to go with June 2008. So what is that? The user wants to go for dynamic selections. So I need to restrict this with a variable. Getting my point? Right. Now see, so it is getting restricted with variable. Now, see the variable, it's going to open ready for input. So in the ready for input, user is going to give the required value, let's say July 2008. So that should be populated dynamically in the description. That's what my requirement. So if the user restrict with, let's say Jan 2010, it has to be populated with Jan 2010. The description must be Jan 2010, and even the values, anyhow the values are going to be default. Jan 2010. Getting my point? Since the restriction is with dynamic, the description should be populated dynamically. That's what I mean to say. Getting my point? Right. So for this, I am not giving any fixed description. So 1 second, let me restrict here. So I am not giving any fixed description here. So I want to populate this description dynamically. What is this? New variable. Give the description. So what is that? Give the technical name. What is the processing type? Replacement path. So I told you, when the replacement path is used with when replacement path is used with text variable, the variable values are replaced by characteristic values, concern char values. So what is the char value you want to replace in the description? What is the char value you want to replace in the description? Cal year month, right?
Yeah.
So that's what it is asking, reference char. What is the reference char? Cal year month. So this is what. Go to replacement path. So replace variable with info object only, and say I want to replace with label. Label is nothing but text. There is nothing but text description. Just save it. Go with OK. And once again just go with OK. Now you can see what is this. It's going to give the concern month and fixed description order value. It gives the concern month. The variable gives the month. Whatever month here we are restricting. Now just go with OK. Save and execute. Now give the concern month. That's why I'm just going with 10/2008. Go with OK. What is this? So I just go to filter, click on variable screen. So I'm just going with 11/2008. So what is this? So whatever value I am restricting, the data is related to that only, and even the description also dynamically it is populated. Getting my point? Any doubt? Any doubt, Arun?
No.
So So that's what your text variable with replacement path. Now I just want to tell you, there is something called jump queries. Using this, we can populate, we can jump from one query to another query. Using this, we can jump from one query to another query. Like from sender query to receiver query. From sender query to, I want to jump to receiver query. Right. Let me tell you that. So I got some sender query. Haran, there is some echo. So using this, we can jump from one query to another query, one sender query to another receiver query. So let me tell you, let's say for example, I got some sales order query. So where it's giving products and sales order information. Product and sales order information. And I got inventories. I want to verify the stock levels of concerned products, which is there in another info provider, and I want to jump to that particular query. So I got query 1, which is giving products wise sales orders information. This is query 1. And I got query 2, which is giving products and stock levels, let's say. So from this sales order query, I want to jump to stock level query. Otherwise, let's say I got query 1, which is there with top end condition. Which is there with top end conditions. This is giving country and sales orders information related to top end. So when I execute this, it's going to give some, let's say 300, 303, and let's say 305. Right? Top end condition. It is execute. When I execute this query, it's giving this information. Now I got query 2. Which is having detailed data related to different countries. It's giving country, sales, it's giving country, concern sales, regions, concern sales, organizations, concern products, and the concern, let's say, sales, cost of the sales, revenue generated, line. Getting my point? It's giving some detailed information. Any doubt? So from this query, I want to jump to receiver query, and if I give a double click on this 300, I'm going to get detailed data related to 300 from this query. And if I give a double click on 303, I should get detailed data from this particular query related to query. That's what. So let me have a conditional query. First, I just want to design a conditional query. Go with new query, info areas, purchasing. So you can just go with country, condition. What is that? You want to put up some
condition edit.
top end condition. Go with new. The number of deliveries. Copy. I'm just going with static only. I told you dynamic values also. So cash with respect to country. Go with save the query. So I'm just going with top end standard query. So the query, sender query is designed. And I just want to go with one more query, new query, info areas. I'm trying to design one more query which is having some detailed data. Let's see. So country, respect to purchase organization, respective vendor like this. So this is my detailed query. So just save it. So now you got two different queries, right? Query 1 and query 2. So now I need to maintain this separate. So you have to go for sender and receiver assignment. Sender, what is the sender query, what is the receiver query, we need to tell. So we have to go for sender and receiver assign. Transaction code RS BBS. So from one single sender query we can jump to many receiver queries. From one single sender query we can jump to many receiver queries. So first let me go with RSBBS. So this is our BI system. RSBBS is the transaction code. So you have to assign the sender query first. You can see. So you can sender query browse. So this is your sender query. Select. Go with OK. And we need to assign the receiver queries. We have to assign the receiver queries. Just click on create. So you can call up any of these things. As receiver queries, you can call up Bex queries. That's what we are calling now. You can call up crystal reports related to BO. And in R3 system, there are some standard reports. In R3 system, there are some standard reports. You can call up those reports also. Right? So that's what about transactions, about reports. So anything you can call up from local as well as external systems also. So as of now, it is Bex query. Browse and choose your receiver query. So what is your receiver query? Top line underscore receiver query. So what is this? Open. Go with transfer. And if you want to assign one more, go with create. That's all. It's going to take up one more receiver query. So after doing this, just save it. Just save the assignments, that's all. Now you can execute your sender query. So just open your sender query. Open your sender query, just go with execute. Open your sender query, just go with execute. So that condition is executed, right? So again, with respect to, I think we have gone by order value. Order value or number of deliveries, something like. Number of deliveries only. Number of deliveries, even you can see ranking. Okay. Number of deliveries with respect to number of deliveries only. If you want to edit the condition. Number of deliveries. So you can see. Now what is that? I want to jump from this query to receiver query, right? I just want to get the detailed data. So just take a right click on required value. What is this? Receiver query. Take a right click on the required value. Just go with receiver query. So now see. Country, purchase organization, vendor, number of deliveries, right? Similarly, if you want to go with, take a right click. What is this? Go to. So what is that? Getting my point? So this is how you need to go for jump.
Usually on the receiver query, we don't have any conditions or something like that.
If you want to have anything, you can just have that.
Okay, like no. Okay, like for me, like when we say this, that's not a question. Okay, no problem.
Good. So any type of query you can just call as a receiver query. Fine. Now I just want to show you once SAP exit variables. SAP exit variables. So they are all delivered by SAP with respect to standard requirements. They are all delivered by SAP with respect to standard requirements. Getting my point? The standard requirements, like let's say for example, I want to find out current week data. Otherwise I want to find out current month data. Otherwise I want to find out current year data, current quarter or a year, like this. Current quarter or year, like this, I want to find some information. Right. Otherwise, I want to find out last 3 or 6 or 12 months data, that is including current month or excluding current month. I want to find out last 3 or 6 or 12 months data, that is including current month as well as excluding current month. So with respect to these standard requirements, SAP has given some standard variables. With respect to these standard requirements, SAP has given some standard variables. We need to install them from business content, that's all. We have to install them from business content. Let me show you. So let's go to business content. So BI content. Object types. So this is related to query elements, you can see. Variables, grouping as usual, only necessary. Selection mode, select automatically, you can see. And I want to, yeah. That's getting lagged. There is some lag. Now what is the screen you can see?
Now it's dropped on object variable IP data
So what is that I have highlighted?
variable.
Now?
Variable.
Still variable only. Not the select objects, right?
No. It's not moving, your cursor is not.
Now what is that you can see?
It's not. It's just being stretched off the mouse. Yeah.
Now what is that you can see?
This is value 3. Yeah. You're moving. Yeah. That's correct.
What is that I have highlighted? Right, select the required variable, go with transfer. See, we are in BI content, object types. What is this? Query elements. Then variables. Give a double click on select objects. Already we have seen business content. So if you want to select few other objects, give a double click on select objects once again. Last 3 months excluding current month, you can see. Last 3 months including current month. Last 12 months. So like this, you can select the required ones, then click on install. What to do? Go with install. So now what it says? Successful installed.
So we have to install that.
Yes, that's all. So now you can use in the system whatever variable you want to use. Just drag and drop, nothing more than this. So under query elements, Bex part. So as part of your Bex, part, we have to go further. So what is this? Current analysis month. What is the processing type? It's not buffering.
No.
What is this? Just drag and drop here. This is current analysis month. What is the processing type?
Okay, current. Okay.
Just drag and drop. That's all.
Okay, manual and
Yes. It's not the manual entry, it is SAP execution processing type.
okay.
That's what.
Okay, so it comes into this portion of the info queries.
Yes, yes. You have to drag and drop, that's all.
And so basically all those SAP APS processes, all those those conditions, this variables which we got in here, they are all of
Most of the time based request, time or request.
okay, it's like those three compulsory options.
Yes.
It's only dimensions.
Variables and chars only, na? So, yeah. So now I just want to tell you something called authorizations. I'll just give you the introduction for this. I'll continue that tomorrow session. Based on use, yeah.
What about customer experience?
Yeah, 1 second. Let me finish up authorizations. Based on user given authorization, if I want to populate data, based on user given authorization, if you want to populate data, use this processing time. Based on user given authorization, if you want to populate data, use this processing type. Let's say, for example, I got a characteristic country for which you got many values like US, Canada, Germany, like this, and you got different set of users. Let's say user related to US, I want to populate for X, and Canada data I want to populate for only Y, Germany data I just want to populate for only Z. So based on user given authorizations only, I want to populate data. Getting my point? Yeah. Based on yes, yes, that's what. So first let me design a variable. First, so there are two different steps here. Design a variable with processing type authorization on country. Design a variable with processing type authorization with the processing type authorization on country. Then for populating data into that variable, populating data to the authorizations. That is a different step. I'll tell you. First, let us design a variable. So for populating data, you have to follow these steps. First, make the country as authorization relevant. So for what I mean to say, for years, for X, I want to populate years data. So related to this, I need to generate some authorizations. And for Y, I want to populate Canada. Related to this, I need to generate some authorizations. And related to Germany, I want to populate for Z. So related to that, I want to generate some authorizations. That's what make the country as authorization relevant. First step. Then second step, generate authorization. Generate authorization objects. The transaction code RSEC admin. Then generate roles. So related to US you have to generate one role, related to Canada you have to generate one role, related to Germany you have to generate one role. And the next step, assign the roles to business users. Assign the roles to business users. Getting my point? So that's what. So you can just design the variable processing type with processing type authorizations. So let me show you how to design. So what is this? Country, right? So we have to design a variable with processing type. Go with new variable and give the description. What is that? Just going by some country. So what is the processing type? That's what. So single values, those are all common details, single value. So if you want to go with multiple values, you can go with, just go with OK. Now drag and drop to default value. Right? Any doubts? Now I'll just
How do you get the authorization in the country after you use it log automatically checking or you
No. That's what, that is where we are making. Okay, this I'll take up in tomorrow's session.